Today's recipe is a recipe that you might need every day or very often in the week. It's a lovely cob loaf, which really is just a round white loaf of bread, and that's exactly what we are making today. And to get the loaf beautiful outside and fluffy inside, I'm going to be using the Neff steaming technology, which is inbuilt in the oven, which is super handy, and it makes a big difference to baking the bread. So I have got a bowl of a stand mixer here. Going to add 400 grams of strong bread flour, and then goes in 8 grams of salt. And on the other side of the bowl, I'm going to add 8 grams of fast action yeast. And also goes in 30 grams of unsalted softened butter. And then I have got here 300 ml of water, just normal tap water. I'm going to slowly add the water and stop once I've got a nice soft dough. And I'm just doing this by hand because I know when to stop when I've got a nice soft dough, and then I'm going to knead it with this machine for around 7 to 8 minutes until it's nice and soft and smooth. You can do it by hand if you haven't got a stand mixer, which is absolutely fine. It just takes a bit longer, so maybe 10 minutes. I've still got a little bit of water left in here, but I don't need it because the dough is perfect. I'm now going to knead it. Look at that lovely dough. Sorry, my hiccups are not stopping. Right, I'm using this bowl and just going to put just a drop of olive oil. And I've got this lovely dough here. Just a little glug. And look how lovely this dough is. So soft and smooth and gorgeous, absolutely. Look at that. Now I'm going to place it in this and just leave it for an hour or two until it's doubled in size. Right, I have got the Neff oven, which is very handy because I am going to set it on the bread setting. So the temperature will be really nice and hot. It's got a lovely bread baking setting, and not just that, it's also got added steam. Oh yeah. And that I am going to turn on at medium because I need nice steam to make this loaf really nice and soft. And that's the steam function started. I will let it heat up properly, and in the meantime I'm going to shape up the loaf. Wow, look at that. It's been over an hour. It's looking beautiful, soft, fluffy, and I am going to turn it over on this work surface. I'm just going to get it out. Such a gorgeous dough. So what I'm doing is I'm just folding it in so that I can get rid of all the bubbles and then make the dough nice and tight again. So if I keep, because I want a nice cob shape, just trying to fold it all in, back in the center, back in the center. And it's important that you get rid of all the air, and then it can work its magic again and fluff up. And once I start get it all in, it's becoming nice and stretched and smooth again, which is what we are looking for. You can see the dough has changed. It's really nice and tight now. So I'm going to turn this over and then just roll it back inside till you get this top really nice and smooth. So I'm just turning it in till I get the top nice and smooth, and that will give us a nice round loaf. And once we have got a lovely round ball of dough, which is about now, I have got a baking tray and I've got a baking parchment on top, and I'm just going to move this on top of the and I'm going to just, actually no, I'm just going to use nice poly bag and cover it up with that. I am using this, I received this something in this bag and I saved it, but you could use a bag from your shopping, or if you haven't got anything, you can use some cling film, or if you have a really nice big bowl, then you can cover it up like that. I am using this bag and I'm just going to leave it to rise until it's doubled in size, which usually takes about an hour. Look at the size of that. It has doubled in size. Looks really lovely, and I will very carefully get this out of the plastic. Wow. Beautiful. And if you want, you can make some slits on top. I want a perfectly round, smooth finish loaf, so I'm going to leave it just like that and sprinkle it with some flour. So I have got it on bread making 220, and I've also got the steamer on at medium, and the oven is ready for the loaf. And it's going to go in for 30 minutes. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Wow, look at that loaf of bread. And one of the ways, other than checking that the color is done, is if you turn the loaf, it's so hot, can you hear? It sounds hollow. A good sign that it's done. So I'm not going to leave it on the hot tray. I'm just going to move it on a cooling rack and let it completely cool before I cut into it. And here it is, the stunning cob loaf. It smells amazing. The house smells amazing. But today I'm going to show a little bit more patience, and I'm just going to wait for a little bit for it to cool down before I cut into it, otherwise I'll destroy it. But I hope you will give this a go. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon with another new recipe. Look at that. Beautiful crumb inside. Look at how light and fluffy that is. All the air bubbles, a lovely crispy outside, soft inside. Just a perfect loaf of bread.